Alright. Check, 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 check. 1, 2. Let me check my nonsense out here. The computer may or may not have locked up again. This is the third time we're just gonna fuck it and go play Warframe. Check. 1, 2. Check, check, check. 1, 2. Which is very far behind. Alright. Alright, that works. It's gonna be a rough one tonight, folks. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I've had to shut it down and fully restart it from scratch a couple times now. It may be I need to reformat it. It may be I just need a new computer. I don't know. We're gonna try and sally forth, though. I'm at a whopping 18 frames a second right now. So, we're gonna try and do our best. I don't know. I don't know why it's acting like this. I can say that we tried to do this Monday, and about 3 minutes into the stream, I lost internet for 4 days, so we only just got it back. Okay. Just waiting on the computer now. And OBS is not responding again, which is great. And you know what? If it's just not going to work, we're just going to go fuck off and do something else, honestly. I don't have the patience for this shit tonight. VBA is saying it has an issue now. What's VBA doing? Now Windows Explorer is completely shut down. Resisting the temptation to just break this fucking thing over my goddamn knee. I'm so sick of these computers being complete garbage. Like, am I even still broadcasting? I don't know. Okay. Okay, cool. That's working. I don't know if anything else is working right now, because my taskbar is gone. Okay. I called for mom and opened up the task manager, and that has prompted the taskbar to return. Windows WordPad application. Why is that open? That was not open 2 minutes ago. Perhaps we found our culprit. Of course you're not responding. You were never supposed to begin with. Yeah, close the program. I don't want the fucking program open. I didn't want the program open to begin with. Okay. Are we good? Okay, I think we're good now. Alright, I don't know what that was about, but we're back up to 30 frames per second. We're still recording as far as I know. Okay. So, let's get into what the hell this game is. This is a game from 2001 by Chemco, and you may or may not be familiar with Chemco. They're not really the most well-known company on the planet, but they're also responsible for more things you might know, might not realize. Let me see. They did Kid Clown and Top Gear. Those are the two big ones from the 90s. And then, let's see, about 2006, they switched from doing physical games to digital games. They've done the Alphinidia games, Sorcery Blade, Dark Gate, Eve of Genesis. Let's go down to the more recent stuff. So, last year they did Eldgear, Alphadia 1 and 2 for everything. Altrune Academy, Genzo Chronicles, and Ancient Fantasia. So, they're kind of, I don't really know what you would really qualify them as. They've been around since 1986, so they're one of Nintendo's old school groups. But they've just never really seemed to make a lot of hits, you know. I'm sure they have a cult following for a few particular places, but a lot of the stuff they seem to have made is for Android and iOS, which means it's probably now gone with the ages, you know, especially stuff from the 2010s. Meanwhile, oh, they did Daikatana for the N64. That's a definite big game changer. Let's see, Mech Platoon is a game they did. And this is actually one of the few, if only, RTSs on the GBA. So it's a real-time strategy game, and it's the only one in the franchise. There's no other Mech Platoon games. They did one, they did it, and it was over, and that was it. It's a very simple RTS. Like if you're a Command and Conquer fan or a Age of Empires fan or anything like that, you're not going to get a whole lot out of this game. It's really more for the mech fans and people who like robots. Because one of the main gimmicks is you can destroy enemy units and then salvage their wrecks, and you get parts. And with those parts, you can make new robots, new types of robots. So that's really kind of the fun gimmick. And I'm kind of curious. Let me look up who actually worked on this and if they did anything else. Like, we've got Takeo Mogi on the credits and someone named Will for the copyright. I'm not really sure who any of those people are. So Takeo Mogi is the director. He did Mech Platoon, Stargate 64, and The Horde. I don't know what The Horde is. An FM Towns game. Okay, so he never really did a whole lot. Saichiro Okuhara is the executive producer. And he also only worked on, looks like, Kemco games. Mech Platoon, Shadowgate 64, Top Gear, and Universal Studio theme parks. Hideki Uji is the graphic designer, one of them. Did a bunch of Japan-only titles. Looks like Crockett 4, Light Fantasy Gaiden, Puko Puko, and 2 of those. Takahiro Asano is another graphics designer. He seems to have the longest credits so far. So he did Adventure Island for the Wii, Genzo Sudoku Card Stories for the GBA, Japan Professional Football Leagues 1995 for the PC 98, Juggernaut for the PlayStation, Mario Party 9 and 10, Mario Party Advanced, Mech Platoon, Play Novel Silent Hill for the GBA. I've never heard of that before. And Ugetsu Kaiden for the PlayStation. So that was another graphic designer. I don't know if I said that. Yeah, it seems like a lot of these people never did a whole lot with their careers. Never really getting out of the GBA PlayStation era, Hisao Hasunuma is the producer, and he did Juggernaut, Mech Platoon, Ugetsu Kaiten, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D, and that's it. So 2009. I think so far that's the latest credit for a game I've seen any of these guys actually doing. Programmer is Ikiro Tanaka, Breath of Fire 3, Little Witch Romanesque, Mech Platoon, Star Train, Sylvania Families 4, Sylvania Families Fashion, and Sylvania Families. I've never heard any of these. These are GBA games, it seems like. Yeah, these are GBA games. Okay. So yeah, so not really any big hitters or particularly famous individuals who worked on this. Not a very well-known company that put this together. Released very early into the GBA's lifetime, and for a genre that would not really attract many people to the Game Boy Advance, So that's kind of what we're dealing with here. OBS has stopped responding a while ago. I'm just kind of assuming that it's actually working still. We're probably not going to be at 30 frames tonight, but it's going to be a bit glitchy. So just bear with that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started and kind of go through a little bit about it. There's chat. Hello, chat. Okay, so I've actually got we're not going to start from the very beginning of the game because the tutorial takes about an hour to get through. It's actually kind of lengthy. But it doesn't really cover anything you don't already know about an RTS. If you've played a Stargate or a Command and Conquer, or I think it's not Stargate, it's StarCraft or Warcraft or anything like that, then you already probably know what's going on. You know, it was basically covering the basics of how to move your units, how to build more units, how to build buildings, research, all that crap. So I've got a state here that we're going to load. And so the basic gimmick of this game is you've got 3 factions, and you pick one of them to play through the whole game as. You'll fight the other 2, and then you fight a 4th hidden faction, kind of like Advanced Wars with the Black Hole Army. So you've got the Leon, Proudness Guild Assassins. They have a basic unit named a Zezel, and it's a fast, hard-hitting unit. I think it's got a shotgun. Then you've got the Tramplers, fast mercenaries, and they've got the Kame 1, which is a kind of a weaker unit, but it's pretty zippy. And then finally you've got the Minos, and they are running around in basically armored cars with laser turrets on the top, and they're close range and heavily armored. And each of them have different play styles. Yeah. So the thing is, like, you're basically going to be using the one basic unit you get from your start, and then whatever you pick up off the enemy corpses. So you're going to get to play more with the enemy units in an enemy faction than you would in your own faction, which is a bit contradictory, but you'll see what I mean here. So we're going to just go ahead and start with the Leon. And we're starting on the planet Lycan. Planet Lycan was once a quiet place with rich soil and plentiful water. Historic accounts suggest that the planet was engulfed in a mysterious cloud of radioactive particles, transforming insects and plants into gigantic mutations. Now it's a subtropical planet, nearly engulfed by a colossal forest. I really love the aesthetics of this game. It's got a lot in characteristic with, I feel like, Metroid Fusion. So if you've always liked Metroid Fusion and you want a little bit more of that goodness, this might be a good game for you. Okay, Planet Lycan's held by the Trampler Army. Our foothold here is small at best, which is why we must defend it at all costs. Here's the first objective: locate the Trampler units currently patrolling in the forest and destroy all enemy forces. Recent intel suggests that the enemy is marshalling their units at a strategic point before advancing into our zones of control. You must not reveal our positions. Seek out the enemy before they find you. Eliminate the enemy units, and an enemy unit reaches the target. Okay. You're now able to register battle units as you've collected new parts. Register a battle unit. Okay, so here's our 2 basic guys we got from the tutorial. This is the Zarin, and it's built on this thing, almost looks like a Zaku, but it's on a tank, and it's got 2 basically pieces of metal for arms. So it's a close range, slow, but it's super cheap to produce. And then we have the Abyss, which is a armored car robot that has grenade launchers. It's very, very slow. It's got good range and good damage. The problem with these guys, though, if the enemy gets too close to them, they'll just stop firing. And if they can't actually back up far enough to to get back into range to fire again, they'll just sit there and idle until they die, which is kind of a bummer. Then we've got the new ones, which is our Azazel. Its weapon is a gun, and you can kind of see it's like a robot horse, horse leg, shotgun, and T-armor. So it's got the same attack as the Zarin, so it's weaker than the Abyss. It's much faster than both of them, far lower defense, but the range is just a little bit farther, or a little bit shorter than the Abyss, but it can fire from anywhere. So you can kind of see we have a good mix of units here. And that's all we got for new units right now. Select Use the station. Fully play units can participate from the start of the mission at any military skill level. You only produce specific combat units based on your technology level. Intel number of units available depends on unit points remaining. A skilled unit has higher points, which reduces the overall number of units available. Alright, I forgot about this. So, I think we're just going to take 5 of these guys to start us off. That's usually good. Actually, you know what? Let's take 1 of each. You'll see why here in a minute. And then our database, you can kind of see the basic units like the arm we have, the shotgun, grenade, the solids. These are the only 2 body parts we have. The T is just kind of like a, looks like a car almost. And then we have horse legs, armored cars, and tank legs. And these are the 4 units we have. This one's an upgrade of the Abyss, so if we chose to, we can actually upgrade it later. Alright, let's go ahead and save for right now. You can see it took me about 30 minutes when I last saved in the thingamadoozie tutorial. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with making a base. Go ahead and start partitioning guys out. So we're actually not going to leave the Zarin and the Abyss. We'll go ahead and put these guys together. We're going to take a labor unit so he can start picking stuff up. Where's our sand at? Oh, it's way over there, alright. Alright. So our labor units are getting underway. Here's the guys we have to destroy. There's a bunch of them, good God. So these are Agiles. They have machine guns, and I think they're on bikes. And then these are Gaps, so they're hovercraft units. And if I'm not mistaken, they're going to go ahead and split up here shortly. So to fight them all at once would be suicide, so we're going to actually wait for them to kind of get ready to move here. Let's go ahead and build a warehouse. Oh, we can't. We got that. Yeah, this is one of the issues of this game. The pathfinding is a bit mediocre. So go ahead and take the... turn them into a group, put them over here. Yep, they've already split. Alright, so... it's going to take some remembering. I haven't done this in a while. Put them there. Gonna go in a pincher formation. We may have to do this one a few times. I just kind of don't remember how it goes. I think I put the base in the wrong spot. Because they are absolutely struggling to struggling to get that sand in there. No, you don't have a U no more. Okay, that went well. I think we got one for all our trouble. Oh yeah, I think we screwed up pretty bad here. So honestly, mm. All right, that got lucky. Oh man, that's all we had to do. We got the Gatling for it. Okay, so pathing is probably our biggest enemy in this game. Stealth is vital for the success of this mission, essential for the survival of Allied forces. Objective is to move at least 5 units to the target while remaining undetected by the enemy. Complicate management must conserve resources by freezing unit production. This mission must be completed by using existing forces. Proceed with extreme caution. Lead 5 allied units to the target point. Less than 4 units survive. Alright. So we're going to change this and get rid of these two. Take our 5 Azezels. Oh my god. So we gotta go through all of these guys. That is a Guitarist. I thought Babel. Oh man, these are not good. These are tough guys. So these are crossbowmen centaur, basically, guys, and these are hitters. Very fast, very hard hitting hitters at that. Let's see who else we got. I think there's a couple other weirdos in here. Alright, so I think our best bet is to go straight for this one Babel here. And I think these are the allied units we need. Oh yeah, I guess we go for this guy instead. It's the worst that could happen. Okay, that wasn't bad. So we can fight. It's not necessarily a stealth mission. We just need to figure out how to get all the way to the end. So we can probably skip the vast majority of these guys. This is a really good mission for salvaging a bunch of... Oops. That's not what I wanted. Oh, it's already gone. God damn it. I waited too long. Or I just don't get them at all. Alright. So now we're going to go all the way up here, I think. Stay away from that babble. I remember really liking battles because they're super fast and they hit like a truck. See if that's too close to this Kaim here. No, look. Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. Triggered him, but we got away anyway. This was always one of those games that really fascinated me as a kid. It was like I desperately wanted to play it. It was just one of those games I couldn't find again because it was, not a well-known game from a well-known company. Man, they go really fast here. Okay, good. Making good progress. So we should just be able to scoop Maloo right through now. That one crossbowman might be the only one. Okay. And it's kind of funny because I remember that one ad coming up at Nintendo Power, specifically. And I was fascinated because I was too little to really understand what the words mech or platoon meant, and expanded my vocabulary a little bit. So it was like, it was these weird foreign words I didn't understand, and the mech looked really weird. It didn't look like a normal robot or a Gundam, which is what I was used to. Now see, I wonder if this win is this a win? Yeah, it's a win. Okay, cool. So we didn't even need the fucking labor units. I remember getting my buddy into this game, and he actually went out and bought himself a copy too. I can't say we ever actually played against each other. I don't remember if there was multiplayer. Bad news, the technology gap between our forces and the Trample Army is hardly apparent. Much of their technology is a complete mystery. The objective is to obtain a sample of the enemy's latest equipment. New Trample combat units are on the move in the valley. Salvage parts from these units while preventing the prototypes from linking up with Trampler forces. Alright, destroy the new enemy unit and collect parts. Man, this is really weird. The OBS is definitely off on time. Let me check something real quick. Okay, yeah, it's definitely off. It's been saying, uh, it's telling me we've been live for 5 minutes, and it's actually been like 40. So, okay, that's just what I wanted to check. I don't think I actually shared that this was going on. Let's go ahead and do that now. There we go. Okay. Yeah, the Magog and the Shax. The Shax is actually a decoy unit. It doesn't really do anything. Okay. Let's go start making a factory here. Get these guys up here to this sandlot here, next to the skeleton turtle. Alright. So we need one labor unit with these guys for salvage. And then one on crystal, one on rock, and two on sand. I think I did it. I keep missing the damn rock. Then can I make another Azazel? I can. I have to get one more. Actually, I can make two more. This is definitely one of those games where you just want a whole bunch of units massed together, and then you just win by numbers and superiority, which is kind of a bummer. You know, it's not the most strategically sound way to play, but it works. Alright, let's go after this Kaim here. Alright, we got the shell. That's good. If we get the hovercraft off to one of these guys, we can actually make one. Which I can't really remember them being all that handy, but I think they're cheap. Might be the only draw. Yep. All right. And now we'll just take this one for funsies, but we don't really need it. Right. So we can ignore these guys unless we really want them. Which there isn't. So I think we can just leave him unless they kill him accidentally. Let's go ahead and go after these guys down here. Just to cover our best, because I'm confident that if once we finally get into it with the horsemen and the prototypes, we're just gonna murder them pretty fast, and that'll be the end of the mission. Fucking Azazel, his box, the Azazel firing line here. So gotta move fast because these wrecks apparently decompose almost immediately. Nothing. Have to be careful too because we're not getting enough crystal in to really warrant replacing these Azazels. So once we start taking casualties, it's going to be hard to replace them. There we go, tricycle. So we don't need that one. I think we've got everything. Alright. Build at least one more, then we can make more labor units, right? Yeah, 2 more of those. Got stuck. Now, we have to be careful not to aggro the Agog here. Or the Mogox, or whatever he's called. Mogag. Yeah, he got one. Alright, good, we got the crossbow. And I believe, whoops, I believe that's a 2-part unit, so we may not even need the rest of these guys. Yeah, I think we're good. Alright, now for the Moog. Oops. Oh, they're just moving. Alright. Oh my god, what's wrong with you guys? Can anyone hit them? There we go. Yeah, that thing is bad news bears because they had a missile on it, but luckily it's gone now. I just need to stop him because because he's on the fucking move. We got the drum pod. That's excellent. Yeah, we have to be pretty fucking particular about our instructions here. We might just be booking it straight for the fucking target. I don't know. Good, I think they found him. Oh no, he's gonna make it. Good, good, thank God. Okay. So this is a decoy, and he literally does nothing. He just stands there and takes hits. All we had to do was aggro him to stop him from actually moving. And hopefully this labor can get there before he decomposes. Six whole parts though, so you can kind of see who this appeals to. This game is for the rat fuckers, the ones who want to use enemy units and steal goodies off their corpses, you know, the looters. And I'm 100% behind that. Jammer. Alright. I don't even remember if the jammer does anything. Look at all these parts we got. Jammer, shell, box, hover, tricycle, and crossbow. And drum pod. We can make the CAM-1, the Agile, or the CAM-2, the Agile, the Gap-1, and the guitars. Why can't we make the CAM-2? Oh, we don't have the right bike. Shit. At least we have the Gap. We need labor units for our army so we can increase overall productivity. Build 10 labor units and move them to a designated target. Avoid the river and refrain from wandering in the inhospitable terrain surrounding the base. Alright. Easy enough. So now we have new things we can add on. Like, we can't use these yet, because we don't have... Yeah. We can use gaps, though. And this guy. And I believe... Yeah, these guys are actually cheaper, so we can make 6 of them instead of 5 as Ezels, but it might actually be an overall loss. Because they're pretty fucking slow. They are slow babies. Let's look at the database real quick here. So here's something interesting about this game, is that it's from that era that I've talked about many times, where the you are mostly expected to have a strategy guide, and then GameFAQs kind of came in and community members and, you know, people who were passionate about the game started writing the walkthroughs, and largely ended up being the death of the strategy guide industry. But there was a few games that were not popular enough to really spawn a community and never actually warranted a strategy guide that kind of fell through the cracks, and this is one of them. So you look at where it says SP1. These are special abilities. It says G Slay, C Slay, A Slay. Now here's the issue. We don't actually know what any of these mean. And even if you go on GameFAQs today and look at the FAQs and all of the discussion, no one actually knows what any of these do, really, which is kind of interesting. If you have any insight, I'd love to hear about it. But unfortunately, none of this stuff really has anything to say on it. It's pretty delineated. bummer we didn't get a bicycle yet. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and start with our gaps. Okay, so they are here. All the way over there. So we've got these guys, Marbas. Those are horsemen with guns. And oh, they'll love these guys. Balls. Man, these things fucking excited my almonds. It looks like they have a factory that can make more. Just put these guys here. So it's generally a good idea to put your bases in places that they're not going to disrupt the pathing of your workers, because that's a bad idea. So I think we want to head north with these guys, actually. If I'm not mistaken, those balls are going to come down here eventually and try and kill our base. Or they may get reinforced. I forget exactly what's going on with this one. Oh, my poor baby. He's lost. The nice thing about these balls in a hovercraft is they can actually cross some terrain that would be inhospitable otherwise. Trying to remember, what did we need to make a laser base? We need to make balls. Yeah, they're cheaper. They're a lot cheaper. We can make 2 right now. Loads of balls. So they're weaker than Azazels overall. Lower range, lower attack, lower defense. Speed is, I think, actually kind of comparable. I don't remember. The other issue you have with massed units is eventually they're going to start losing track of instructions. So you'll get 1 or 2 that just kind of sit, like, hang out or don't go where they're supposed to or wander off and get into trouble. These guys are basically Azazel. I think they might be a little bit cheaper, though, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to send one up with the balls. Not the balls, what are these guys? The gaps. And another one's going to go and mine crystals. We have to be careful about how many things we make. We're supposed to make 10 labor units. I think we're at what? 6? 7. But we have a maximum unit count here, which is 30. And once you hit 30, you can't make anything else, which would hamper us pretty significantly. Hopefully this is enough gaps. Yeah, so these guys are basically less hardy as Ezels with a ball, and that's basically a two-piece part like the crossbow was. Yeah, we're not getting anything else off these guys. Alright. So he's actually good. Below the warehouse, right over here. We're gonna harvest their fucking nuggets right here. And these guys are actually really tough. Well, not really tough, but they're tougher. We have to be careful around them. Like Zippy here is not being careful at all. He's just off. And, let's get that labor unit. Where's he? Let him drop this off, then we'll bring him over. I believe we need to upgrade military. So we can make a laser base. Dang it, how do I do that? Yep, there he goes. There goes Looney. Just a gun ho here. And just does not want us to have the fucking spear part. I think I got lucky and rolled horse 3 times there. But finally got him. There goes Cyclops. That's it. Alright. You go back to mining now. I believe. Oh, I guess not. We might just be good to send this guy straight on. I think we might be. You could just send everybody. I believe if we're not quick, enemy reinforcements might show up. Right, you bunch go this way. Yeah, so many of these missions are this kind of thing. You're just kind of stressfully watching your little dudes bonk into all the worst places possible. I don't know how you're supposed to fit 10 units on that fucking little objective area. So basically, we're fighting the Tramplers first. And if we had started as the Minos, we would be fighting the Tramplers second. And these missions, I think, while identical, would be much, much harder. And that may be what I'm thinking of here. I don't know. Water's good. We got one stuck. There we go. It's pretty generous. Just kind of lets you. We only lost one dude. I believe we can make. Yeah, we can make Marbas and balls now. Have to compare the Marbas to the Azazel. Check to secure 500 material rock. This is a limited resource the Trampler army needs to maintain a production edge. Collecting it will sway power in our favor, resulting in complete control of climate Lycan. Alright, so now we have more men, more boys, more horses. Where's the ball at? There he is. Okay, so let's see here. So this has 40 HP. It's actually a lot faster than the Azazel. Same defense and range, but costs less material-wise for a lot less health. So we're going to try the Marbas out. And then we've got the Cyclops, which is, I believe, our strongest. No, the Abyss is stronger, but this is strong and fast. It's got Sea Slay and A Slay. If only I knew what those fucking did. God damn. So the issue here is point for point. These guys are far better. I do like my gaps, though. Those are really nice. And you saw, like, regardless of how powerful they are, you know, like, enough massed units, you're going to have plenty of firepower. But I like these guys a lot. Alright, there's all that. Got more of these guys out here. The Magogs. Got Beers, which I think we have enough pieces for them. I think we're just missing the torso piece. More Babel tubes. Yeah, it kind of sucks we don't get the base unit for the Babels. We need the bike more than anything. Right, you are going to make a factory right here. I think we have. This is the... Oh shit, there's things. Hiddens. Uh-oh. We have movement. That's not good. No, sir, that ain't good at all. They have a factory too, don't they? I don't know if they make more units out of those factories. That's just a thing they have. Alright, so the thing we need to do is raise our build skill. I don't remember if these hiddens are an issue or not. I'm gonna play this safe because I don't exactly remember what we need to make certain things. Okay, good. Alright, now... Haven't moved at all. Good, we can build recycle facility, which is exactly what we want. So now, regardless of our access to that material rock, we can very easily... What's he doing? Get more material rock by just recycling what we have. Which means we can make more bottles, which is good. Or Marbaz. Marbaz. Oh, we can't actually. Let's try that. I may be mistaken here. Okay. Magogs have been. Build another warehouse right there. Okay, I guess I was mistaken. That's a shame. So until we get this up and running, we're pretty limited. Guerrilla mining. I kind of like it. See if this aggroes them. Uh-oh, here they come. Steal that. Well, that's not good. And see, we basically lost at this point because we have no resources to make more guys, so. Yeah, we can do that. I forgot about that. Luckily, there's not many of them left. So what can we make here? Oh yeah, we can make a bunch of these guys. Hello. Forgot those were fairly cheap units. Got to stay right there. Alright, go get them, boys. Go get them. Rack it to them. Okay, better yet, let's get near him, then rack it to him, alright? So no one gets lost. 300 feet we had to move. Alright. And we'll pick that up. Oh, great. The Magog's moving now. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to win this one. Yeah. Yep, can't win this one now. See, shoot that. Here's the reset button. Reset. There we go. Alright. So I think we have a new plan here. So we're not going to go with the Marbas. We're actually going to go with these guys. I think, well, those didn't really seem to impress last time. I'll show you why. Ah, shit, we gotta raise military skill first. Okay. There we go. We're just keep cranking those bad boys out. Not really sure how many units are here. A lot to a lot. It's like five and four maybe. Alright, I think that's enough. Here they come. Where the hell are they going? Interesting. I don't know where the fuck they're going. Okay. Just gonna wipe out the rest of them. Oh no. The fuck? They're just gonna keep coming. Hmm. Yeah, sure seems like it. I mean, I'll just let him be if he's stuck. I don't know what's going on over there. I think you're stuck. Go. There you go. No, he figured it out. It's probably too late though. Yep, it's too late. We got him. The ragtag remains of the trampled forces here in mere shadows of former self, but intel reports indicate that these remnants may be assembling for a potentially devastating offensive. While a scattered army is weak, consolidated and organized force is a significant threat. You won't relinquish our hard-won prize, protect your base at all costs, and eradicate the remaining trampler forces. Alright. Then we're going to go back to the gaps. What are those KM2s? GL2s. There's some KM2s and some birds. Okay. So we got some depleted materials up here, or resources. Kind of worried about those bugs too. It's a lot of bugs. I'm gonna make more gaps. There's more. Yeah, no reason to go after that. 2 laser bases are bad news bears. Let's rove out here and see what we can do. We should be able to cross that lake, actually, shouldn't we? Attack of the vacuum cleaners. I don't think they really have anything we need to worry about. I don't know where he's going. Alright, just that easy. We have taken over the planet Lycan. And now we move on to Ravine. Ravine is half of a planet divided. Eons ago, it was one, but something split it, forming a ghost planet made of gas and dust. In Ravine, a sandy, rock-strewn orb civilization once existed here, but now it is nothing but windblown grit. Old fables speak of a time when the gas planet became jealous and lashed out at Ravine. Getting Meteos vibes in this too, now I think about it. Invasion operations are underway of Planet Ravine, a minus army strong point. The enemy is aware of our presence, and they're mining all available resources in an effort to consolidate their power. This is our first engagement with minus forces. Strike fast and hard. Your target is the enemy warehouse. Destroy it before time expires. Destroy warehouse in less than 15 minutes. So I think this is where we're going to stop. This kind of gives you a pretty good idea of the game. If you'd like to see more of this, just let me know. I'd be happy to play more. It's a fun game. It's a very simple RTS. It's not anything that's really going to challenge you too terribly, especially if you're already experienced in real-time strategy games. But it is still fun. You know, I have a lot of fun playing it. It's playing through the missions is a lot of fun, and you can actually show you here. There is a versus mode too. And it uses your save data and your units that you've already formed. And you pretty much just play however you want. You can change your color. You can change your map. You can use whatever map you want. And then if you really want to be a sadistic fuck, you can change change how fast the enemy can fucking come get you. So let's just see what happens here. You can already see how fast they're moving. Oh, they're moving fast. And the fighting the computer is incredibly challenging. Even when I don't screw myself over and give my enemy every available resource. But this is real fun for just playing one-offs, you know. The missions are a lot of fun because they're always different themes, you know, different objectives, lots of little curveballs the game likes to throw at you. And really, again, it's more of like the strategy itself is simple, but you want to replay the mission so you have a chance to get those robots you didn't get the first time, you know. See what they got here. Oh, they got 2 factories and a cane. And there goes the cane. Oh, God. He's probably headed straight for my base, isn't he? Yeah, look at that. Look at what they've already got built. I don't know the point behind 2 factories. I'm not really sure of that one yet. Oh my god, look at these. They've got satyrs. Oh no. Satyrs are insane. 20 damage melee hitters. Where the fuck did they get satyrs at? Holy shit. Meanwhile, my fucking marble over here is just completely lost in sauce. Look at that. Oh, we're fucking toast. That's the fucking ball game right there. Kind of fun to see what the computer has access to. So yeah, that's just a little taste, a little smack roll of the fun you can enjoy in Mech Platoon. So thank you for watching. I apologize that this was the only real streams I had this week. We're supposed to get more storms Friday, and hopefully no more ice. Like, I can't emphasize enough. Like, this place is fucking covered in ice, man. Like, it's still covered in ice. We've had no thaw yet, so everything has like is encased in like a solid inch, half inch of ice. And it's fucking everything. You know, I thought it was just my house and my plants and my trees. No, like we went for a drive today, and it's like every power line, every tree is encased in this ice. It's beautiful to look at, but it's kind of fucking horrifying to realize we survived that. Oh man. So hopefully we won't lose power. Hopefully we won't lose internet again, and enjoy a nice snowy winter. Anyway, I'll see you next week after work. Don't know what we're doing yet, but I'll figure that out later. Anyway, goodbye.